And here we go. We're here. It is a brand new year, a brand new everything. I'm so excited. Welcome everybody to another edition of Another Eden Live. I'm your community manager for Another Eden Beyond the Cat. The Cat Beyond the Cat. The Cat Beyond Time and Space. I am Scott. Welcome. I see a lot of people from all over are here. I've seen some people from Malaysia, Spain, from here in Japan. Of course, some people from the States and Canada. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being with us at whatever time in the world it is where you are. Can't wait to get into the content today. There's a lot of good stuff to get into today. So why don't we just get directly into it, because it's the anniversary. It's the global 4th anniversary live stream. There's a lot to get into. So let's, without further ado, the first thing I want to mention before we get into anything is, as we mentioned on social media, we're going to be giving away something at the end of this that you can enter into at the end of the live stream. We'll be announcing the keyword and posting a link for you where you can enter in to win this prize, which I'll get into in more detail a little later, but we may have mentioned on social media. You can enter for your chance to win. Just be sure to stick around until the end of the stream to get the keyword, so that you know, so that you can enter in for the giveaway. How's everybody feeling right now? Can you tell I'm nervous? I'm like tripping over my words a little bit here at the start. I apologize, everyone. I've been doing this for, gosh, I feel like I've been doing this for about 2 years now, streaming for you guys, and I'm still nervous around anniversaries and big events like this. Anyway, let's get going. Of course, the biggest thing that I've got to talk about is that January 29 is the day of the global version 4th anniversary. So congratulations to everybody on the dev team for all of their good work and all of the success they've achieved with this game. And I'm happy to be a part of it for this 4th anniversary. I've been attached to the global version for I want to say close to that amount of time. Actually, I wasn't here from the very beginning, but fairly close, relatively. But you know, nervous me tripping all over my words right now, having a hard time expressing just what a momentous occasion this is. I think we could probably do a better job if I just show you a video to commemorate the moment. So let's, why don't you enjoy this 4th anniversary video.
Wake up! Come on, wake up! Look, the sun's already risen well above the Backy trees. You could never wake up on time. Getting you out of bed every morning was just a part of my daily routine. My kind and maybe a little too nosy big brother. You who have to save everyone you meet, and you who wishes dearly to save just this one person. You always watched over us. You were and you are such a precious and essential part of our family. And this is the story of that family, penned by your hand.
Was I able to save it? I wonder. The future we lost. Me? Really?
Our journey began when you leapt into the dimensional vortex.
No matter what happens, I'll find a way to fix everything.
And with the great time break, you learned just who you really are. What you really are.
The name the professor said felt so familiar somehow. At that point, I was still convinced of who I was. that I was Eden.
Somewhere deep down inside, you never stopped searching for our parents.
Those children, I thought they were us. You and me, Fine. I thought those were our real names.
We were so happy to know that they never stopped thinking about us.
I made a vow to save my family and to protect this planet.
But fate had crueler plans for us. Kronos Menace, the true Eden, trapped in Kronos' umbra. The power hidden within me changed everything.
Another Eden. Kyros?
If it weren't for me,
Kronos' pet cat?
you were forced to live this cruel reality, suffer this cruel fate.
Was my resolve misplaced? Was my wish to save my family so wrong?
No! You are always by my side. My dear, dear brother. No matter who you are, we're family. That will never, ever change. Not now, not ever.
My life hasn't been a lie. The days I spent with them, my desire to see them again, those are true and real. Yeah, that's right. No matter who I am, our hearts are one. We'll bring back my family and protect our future with our own hands.
You said you couldn't move on without us beside you. And yet,
Wait for me, Professor Madoka. Eden!
because you were there for us. Your gentle, warm light.
Someday I'll save you from darkness and despair. I won't give up, no matter what.
I want to stay by your side, more than anything in the world.
I have fond, loving memories. I have dependable friends by my side. I am myself. Where are you now? Wherever it is you are, whenever you need me, just call. If you're suffering, reach out. I'll be there to save you. We all will. All of us. Together. There's no turning back now, right?
Yeah, because this is our story. Everyone's story.
How about it? How about it, everyone? It is here. It is the 4th anniversary of the global version of the game. Why don't we get into the roadmap? By the way, if you are here, welcome again. Once again, I am Scott, community manager for another Eden, the Cat Beyond Time and Space. Please go ahead, feel free to give us a like and subscribe to the channel. I've heard that YouTube likes these kinds of things, and if you do those kinds of things, it shows this video to more people, and we'd love to bring more people into this community. So we really appreciate a like and subscribe if you've got one to spare. If not, that's okay. But let's get into the roadmap here. So we've got this in 4 parts, counting from 0. In part 0, since this is already passed, earlier this month in the 2.14.5 update that came out January 11th, we rolled out the Star Dream Encounter, Apocrypha Chapter 4, and the Parallel Time Lair ally, Noble Blossom Tsukiha. Man, that is a mouthful. In campaigns, we had the character popularity vote, which, by the way, we will be getting into the results of that very soon. Then we had the Apocrypha Chapter 4 social media campaign, which I believe yeah, I think I got all of the rewards for that in the inbox. Congratulations to everyone. We had big increases in login bonuses. I hope you've been enjoying those. I've been enjoying those for sure. I was able to get a new 5-star I got a 5-star Renni and a 5-star AS SETI out of it. So a lot of investigator units from all of the new from all of the Chronostones. Anyway, then in part 1, which is around January 27, as we said before, we'll give you a more exact date very soon. In version 2.14.510, it is the festival, the Global 4th Anniversary Party. We'll have campaign part 1. We're going to have the Whisper of Time and Whisper of Time drop, which, if you're not familiar with, I'll explain to you later. The Lunar New Year campaign, which I will get into later, but you've got one more day to claim that. So if you haven't logged in a while, make sure to log in now and collect that. There's also been a big increase in login bonuses, special gift, and we had it says poster giveaway campaign here. It was originally planned to be a poster, but actually it's going to be a daily, or it's going to be a calendar giveaway. It'll be a calendar rather than poster, which honestly I think it's got more utility. I think that's cool. And then parts 2 and 3 of the roadmap from February. The details on that will be released in the 4th anniversary live stream. Hey, wait, that's this. That's now. We're in now. What happened to then? We missed it just now. So that's the roadmap. As I said, a lot of details going on here that I'm going to be getting into later in the stream. But as I just teased, first, we've got the results of the character popularity vote. You may, if people who've been with the game for a long time may recall from past anniversary streams that we usually reveal the results of the character popularity vote here on the stream, and I have them for you. But before we get into this year's results, let's remember the results from last year. Not a ton of surprises, a lot of fan favorites, a lot of characters that get lots of camera time. Aldo had first place, Fine took second place, and Amy took third place. The difference is there, Fine and Amy had switched positions from the year before. So it's been this top 3 from last year and the year before that. Let's see if anything changes this year. And with that, let's get on to the character popularity vote results. The results are in. We're going to begin with number 10. Number 10 is actually our only mascot, our only character, our only mascot to crack the top 10 in the popularity votes. It's Moke, the adorable Moke. Who would you, by the way, before I continue, how do I put this? Who would you riot over if they don't make the top 10? If this character doesn't make a top 10, who's rioting over it? Somebody said Scott. Flattery will get you everywhere. Some Shani, some Myris, Mutis. Some people already satisfied with Moke. Some guy. I'm with you, Rex, for some guy. Look, one of these days, perhaps I'll be entered into, and you might be able to vote me. But until then, maybe you can add me in next year's vote. Add me as a write-in candidate for the vote. And you'll see me dead last. With that, let's move on to number 9. Coming in at 9th place is Suzette, voiced by Sky Bennett. Not a surprise to see Suzette in the top 10. I saw a number of Suzettes in the better crack the top 10 or we riot question. Coming in at number 8, I believe I'll confirm this a little later on. I believe this is a new entry into the top 10. Coming in at number 8 is Eva, the most recent global first character, Eva, voiced by Rachel Hurd Wood. Fan favorite, and I'm still reaching out for this one. This is a unit that has so far escaped my grasp. I'm still trying. One day. Coming in at number 7 is Akane, voiced by Jamie Barbakoff. And by the way, I want to clarify, these voting results are for all of the languages, all of the supported languages, and for another Eden. That's traditional Chinese, Korean, and English. Later on, we'll break down by language how people voted as well. So there's some interesting differences in those results, but we'll see. We had a Korean viewer just said that you are Korean, but Akane is not very popular, I guess, in the Korean version. I didn't. Well, we'll actually, as I just said, we'll get to whether they are, what characters were popular in each language. I can't take too much time trying to read all of the Korean. There. Coming in at number 6 is Shigure, voiced by Matthew Leonhardt. That's such a cool name, Leonhardt. Shigure come in at number 5. It looks like a surprise. Did anybody? I guess nobody had that on their bingo cards. All right, now we're getting into the top 5. So the top 5, everybody's got their own slides here. Coming in at number 5. Another new addition to the top 10, Flam Lapis. Voiced by Dev Joshi. Looks like this is a hit with people. And now is the point where some of you are probably getting nervous about your character, whether or not they made it. We'll see. Coming in at number 4 in the popularity vote is Amy, voiced by Janine Haroni. Amy drops out of the top 3 for the first time in 3 years. That means somebody else has taken a spot in the top 3. We'll see who it is. Coming in 3rd place is Fine. So we know that Fine's in the top 3, and now we're really narrowing down the field. So I can imagine one of the characters you probably can expect coming up. Samora, no. I can imagine one of the characters you probably think is number 1 or number 2. But I wanna hear from you. Who do you think is taking the number 2 spot here? Number 2 or number 1 spot? I imagine you know one of them. So Aldo, a lot of Aldos are here. Okay, so if Aldo is taking one spot, who do you think is taking the other? I think a couple of Radius. I've seen Melina, Iska, Hismena, Nekoko, Tsukiha, Cyrus, Rufus. Victor, Lovely, Pry, Claude, Shion. A lot of different guesses out here. There can only be one after all. And that, coming in at number 2 is Iska, voiced by Samantha Dakin. Reactions from the chat. What do you think? Iska came in at number 2. Looks like a lot of people excited about that one. And coming in at number 1, I mean, who else could it be? It's Aldo, voiced by Jared Zeus. Speaking of cool names, a lot of these voice actors have such cool names. So here's another look at the results right here. 10th place was Moke, 9th Suzette, in 8th we have Eva, in 7th we have Akane, then Shigure in 6th place, in 5th place we have Flamlapis, 4th Amy, 3rd Fine, 2nd Iska cracking the top 3 for the first time, and then 1st place, who else? Aldo. As I mentioned before, now we're going to break down the popularity vote by language. So you'll see how different languages voted in this popularity vote. First, we have English. So here are the top 5 entries for the English language result. So these, if you have the game set to English, this is where how we gathered your votes. In 5th place we had Eva. 4th place is Aldo. 3rd place Akane. 2nd place Shigure. Now I gotta admit, that one surprised me a bit. I did not know that was such a popular character among the English language community. And in number 1 was Iska. Gotta wonder if there's a certain high-profile member of the Another Eden community that had anything to do with rallying votes for Iska. Anyway, moving on to the traditional Chinese language results. In 5th place, they had Amy. 4th place, Nikoko. In 3rd place, Flamlapis. 2nd place, Fine. And in 1st place, Aldo. And finally, looking at the Korean language results. In 5th place, they had Ava. In 4th place, Moke. So a mascot broke the top 5 on the Korean results. In 3rd place, Fine. 2nd place, Amy. And 1st place, Aldo. Now we have the Japanese results also from April 2022. Japanese results from April 2022. In 5th place, Flamlapis. 4th place, Iska. 3rd place, Dilly Lily. In 2nd place, Suzette. And in 1st place, Aldo. And now, a couple of other categories. We just did the most popular characters by language, and now the most popular mascot characters. Coming in at number 5 for the most popular mascot character, 4. Coming in at number 4 for the most popular mascot character is Pip. Pip. Coming in at number 3, drumroll please. Scott will be our number 1. Look, again, write me in. If you gotta look, tweet at Another Eden RPG on Twitter. Follow the account, tweet them, say, hey, add Scott to the popularity vote next time. They won't do it, but it'll give me a bigger head than I already have. Coming in at number 4 is Noah. Coming in, who do we think is coming in at number 2? If you've been listening to the presentation so far, if you've been listening to the stream so far, you probably already know who's coming in at number 1. Varuo. I think most of you have got this one. Varuo, yes. And at number 1, if it wasn't already obvious by the fact that they were voted into the top 10 of all characters, Ismoke. Of course. We have a couple of bonus results here, some honorable mentions I'd also like to get to. First, the top 3 newcomers, people who broke in, got the most votes for the first time this year, are Flamlapis, Eva, those are probably obvious because they broke the top 10, and Moonlight Flower Hismena, who didn't crack the top 10 but was third among newcomers. Then we have the top 3 NPCs, Ogre Renkorum, Himika, and Seize. And then the top 3 Apocrypha characters were Noble Blossom Tsukiha, Orlea, and Miu. What do you think? Did the results go as you expected? Do you have anybody have any beef? Are anybody gonna start any riots over no Claude? I see Clay not a fan of no Claude, no Alma. So somebody was a little sad there was no Samora or Alma. Nekoko. Hey, if you next time make sure you get out and you vote. Not that I'm accusing anyone here of not voting. By the way, if you're just joining us, I think we've gotten a few hundred more viewers since the last time I mentioned this. Please, it would do us a huge, it would be a huge boon to us if you could find it in the bottom of your heart to hit that like button and to also hit the subscribe button. Doing those kinds of things tells YouTube, hey, this video is worth other people watching too, and it helps us to grow this community and all of those things. So please like and subscribe and do all of that stuff. It would be really helpful. Moving on. The surprise you've been waiting for is here. And before I get into it, who do we think the surprise is? What do we think the surprise is? Why do we think the surprise is? Where do we think it is? What is going on? What am I talking about? Am I making sense? No, but what do you think the surprise is? Any guesses? Let's see. A voice acting debut, I would love to. Haven't gotten that call yet, but I'm standing by the phone. New global character, some guy, Aldo AS, Lovely AS, Batman, bold choice, bold guess. Playable Varuo, new chapter, calendar. Calendar's a good guess. That's not it. I'm gonna get to that at the end of the stream. Let's see. Well, a lot of good guesses here. A lot of correct guesses too. Why don't I just show you?
Squeal like the whelps you are. A banquet for me? Me travel with you. Now shoo. I've got a nap to take. Yes. Pitiful.
What do we think, gang? We've got a new global first character, and I gotta say, at least in my opinion, this is one of the most interesting characters that we've gotten, and I'm so excited that this is going to be global first. New ally, Iphi, a forlorn vampire with Spica at her back. A vampire who once sat at the right hand of the king of their kind in the underworld. Each vampire has a special power that activates upon drinking blood, but Iphi's is rare and little known. She often teases others and can be hard to deal with, but she's kind to her bat familiar. No one knows what's within the coffin she carries. I mean, not only I love the idea of a vampire joining the party. It's a little bit concerning, perhaps. I don't know. How do you feel about a vampire joining your party? Would you fear for the safety of your other party members? A lot of people seem to be willing to take the deal, so to speak. We'll get into taking the deal, contract, as it were, a little bit later when we talk about the skills. But first, I want to show you something, a little of the concept art. Here's some of the concept art for Iphi. You know, when I think vampire, I don't usually think so many bright colors. But it's somehow, I guess maybe because of the leggings and the accessories and like kind of the main part of the garment is all black. It's kind of mix of light and dark. Works really, like she's wearing a lot of white, but somehow seems very dark still. You know, or maybe that's just my image of vampires biasing my perception. Yeah, you know, PJ saying, I'm surprised she could travel with the group. The coffin she travels with, I'm curious myself, because I don't know like too much beyond like surface level about her story. What kind of magic allows her to carry her coffin with her everywhere she goes? Seems like it'd get in the way, like you have to like duck down to get into doorways or something. Coffin's right behind you. I mean, I'm so clumsy, I get my clothes snagged on things like drawers and stuff. Can you imagine a big coffin behind you, like constantly getting snagged when you're turning doors? Anyway. How do you pronounce her name, Yusha? Iphi. Iphi. So we have, speaking of the design here, we have a comment from Masato, who designed Iphi. Who says, I quote, "Thank you for your continued support. I'm very happy that we have been adventuring together with you all the way to our 4th anniversary. We will continue to do our best so that we can experience new worlds together." The design of Iphi was inspired by Che's idea of having a coffin on her back, and with the help of many people's advice, it became what it is today. I love her softly curled hair. She looks sophisticated in the illustration, but she's actually full of personality. I can't say much about her, but her story is also very, very wonderful, so I hope you will welcome her. I believe we will. Sato-san, I believe we will. Here's a character quest synopsis. Can't get too far into the synopsis here, because we don't want to spoil anything. But just to say that Iphi travels with Aldo, firmly refusing to be his traveling companion. And then they hear a child crying. And that's all we'll say about that for now. While we can't say much about the story, we do have a quote from the scenario writer, Mizuki Hiratani, who says, "Thank you to everyone who always supports and plays Another Eden. With Iphi, we now have 3 global first characters, and Iphi is the first vampire character in Another Eden. We have tried to combine the classical image of vampires with a fresh feel that's new to another Eden. I hope you will enjoy it, along with the twist in her character quest. What are your impressions? What do you think about the kind of about the look? I've given you my thoughts. And now, so, you know, there are many different kinds of players. Players who play the game because they love the art, they love the music, or they love the story, or they love the feel of the gameplay or the strategy. And then there are players who like to get crunchy with stats and numbers. And for you all, here are Iphi's, a look at Iphi's stats here. And I won't dwell on this long because there's not really a lot to comment on about this. But if anybody wants to take a screenshot here, I'll pose for the camera for a screenshot. Okay, got it. And now let's move on to strategy. So everybody's favorite developer-led strategy segment, Backy's Battle Tips. Strap yourselves in, everyone. This is probably one of the more in-depth Backy's Battle Tips that we've done on this stream. So get ready. First, number 1. Iphi does not shield her allies. She uses her allies as shields. The key to battle is blood contracts. Their blood contracts are granted to main party members, except herself, when starting battle with Iphi in the front line, or when using her, excuse my pronunciation here, Walpurgisnacht skill. The effects of blood contract when granted to an ally. First, Lunatic Risk Taker. Attacks to all allies are received only by that ally, and damage taken is doubled instead. If an ally would take damage, that would knock them out, and if Iphi is in the front line and able to move, Blood Contract is consumed to recover 100% of HP and restored status effects. So, unlike being KO'd, the effects such as buffs, debuffs, singing, as well as attacks that were planned to be performed that you had already input on that turn will not be cancelled. So you just get up and continue as you were when they would have gotten knocked out. So already we're adding a bit of an interesting strategic element here, a new kind of tactic that might be helpful in certain situations. Number 2. She demands a unique flow of battle, sacrificing her allies to boost herself and then using them as shields once again. Iphi is boosted based on the number of seance attacks that are granted to her by consuming Blood Contract. Remember I talked about blood contracts. We'll get into that. We're getting into that. Skill, her skill Nocturnal Procession increases power, speed, and intelligence of all party members by 50%. Buff effects and turns are increased up to twice, depending on the number of seance that is stacked. Her skill Ichorphilia deals shade-type magic attacks on all enemies times 3. That's XL damage times 3. And ignores target defense and grants guaranteed critical. Strength is further increased according to the number of seance stacked, up to 3 times max. And when 3 seance are stacked, it also inflicts elemental break shade on all enemies. We with me so far? Moving on to number 3. Her skill, Walpurgisnacht, grants Blood Contract to all main party members except herself if there are no allies with Blood Contract. It also preemptively deploys Shade Zone, Biting Shade Stance. That's the name of the zone, not 2 things. The Shade Zone, quote, Biting Shade Stance, and boosts magic damage for all party members depending on their max MP. The key here is to grant Blood Contract to 3 allies in the front line, use those 3 allies as shields and consume them quickly, and then stack 3 seance on herself to maximize the effect of Ichorphilia. Then we have the skill Rose Lilac, which preemptively and permanently grants poison and pain to all enemies, ignoring their resistances, while also decreasing their power, speed, and intelligence by 35%. Debuff effects are capped at a max of 50%, depending on the number of seance that are stacked, and it lasts for 6 turns. A lot of these are usually 3 turns. This one lasts for 6, making her versatile yet powerful. Let us continue. Number 4. The new zone Biting Shade Stance is a perfect match for Iphi. Walpurgisnacht can be used when Biting Shade Stance is deploying to change the attack type of all party members to Shade type until the end of the turn. Now, once again, you can change everybody to Shade Stance until the end of the turn, and then everybody goes back. Take advantage of mental focus and use Walpurgisnacht twice in your magic party. Turn powerful magic attackers like Flam Lapis, Eva, Nagi ES, and Alma into Shade type to deal heavy blows. Iphi herself has powerful buffs and debuffs, and if she has blood contracts granted, she can also heal, making it easy to field more attackers. What do we think? Not only can she help buff and debuff, she can help kind of control the flow of battle as well. So let's summarize. That was a lot, so let's summarize here. the team at Right Flyer Studios is really testing my ability to pronounce German. Walpurgisnacht can deploy Biting Shade Stance while granting blood contract to all party members. The buff and debuff with Nocturnal Procession and Rosa Liliac, while you can buff and debuff with Nocturnal Procession and Rose Liliac while stacking Seance. After stacking 3 Seance, Icrophilia, you can use Icrophilia to attack while inflicting Elemental Break Shade, and use the second Walpurgisnacht to change allies' attack types to Shade type to boost attacks' firepower. Can you tell I practiced pronouncing the word Walpurgisnacht before this stream? What do we think? I know which banners I'm going to be attempting soon. Okay, so let's get into some campaign information. That was Iphi. Let's get into some campaign information about version 2.14.510. First, we have the Fateful Encounter featuring the new character Iphi, which I will be attempting for sure. New character Iphi appears at a 10% rate on the 10th ally, and you can attempt this. You can pull on this 10 ally bundle up to 3 times. This one is the 1,000 paid chronostones for this bundle. Assets and content under development. These images you're seeing may differ. In addition to this, we also have a 4th anniversary Fateful Encounter, where new character Iphi, along with previous global first characters Eva and Melissa, will appear at a 10% rate each for the 10th ally. You can pull this one just once. Again, this is a paid banner. And then, actually, I believe these are all paid banners. The re-encounter, Fateful Encounter Eva, will appear at a 10% rate for the 10th ally. If you've missed Eva, like I have, I may also do this banner, depending on how successful I am with the Iphi banner. Eva appears at a 10% rate for the 10th ally. This one you could do one time. And then Melissa. If you haven't gotten Melissa, this banner is guaranteed to encounter Melissa as the 10th ally. So you can only do this once, but hey, you got Melissa guaranteed for this banner. let's summarize these campaigns. So 4th anniversary campaign, part 1. Get 1,000 Chronostones in commemoration of the 4th anniversary. Bam, that's it. Just get 1,000 Chronostones. Just get them. All you got to do is log in between January 26th, 3 p.m. And February 27th, 2:59 p.m. UTC. That's very soon. That's like tomorrow already, guys. Next, encounter once a day for free by using Whisper of Time max 10 times, and then encounter 10 times, and you can encounter a 5-star class. Now, if you're not familiar with the Whisper of Time, you pull from the Whisper of Time banner, and every time you pull, you get these like vouchers or tickets or whatever. And once you pull 10 times, then you can encounter a guarantee 5-star class with the Whisper of Time drops. You just have to remember once a day to do it once a day during the period. So the period is between January 27th to February 20. So you have about let's see, a little more than 3 weeks, I guess, to do this 10 times, to do this encounter 10 times. Remember, one on different days. You can't do them all on the same day. Then today's item will be increased to 50 Chronostones. Once again, I mean, we've been enjoying, I think, an increased login bonus of 15 Chronostones. Here, the max it'll go up to is you can get from this campaign, assuming you log in every single day for the whole duration, is 700 Chronostones. That will be from January 26th until February 9th. And then there will be a treasure chest that gives out 4 green keys, 2 red keys, and a bold pulse that will appear in the space-time rift. So keep an eye out for that between January 27th and February 6th. And then we've got some sales on Chronostones just in time for these banners. 2,200 Chronostones times 2 and 4,500 Chronostones times 2. All right. And if you haven't already, we've been distributing the Lunar New Year campaign, where we're giving out a chant script. A chant script, guys. You can get a chant script. We're celebrating the Lunar New Year. You can also get 10 million. But anyway, the distribution period for that is January 20th, just a few days ago, and January 26th, which is tomorrow. So if you haven't already logged in to get this gift, please do so right now. I mean, not right now. Right now you're watching the stream. Please don't stop watching the stream. Also, please like and subscribe if you're watching the stream. It helps with algorithm things, and I like that. But once the stream is over, please log in if you haven't in the past few days to claim this chant script and 10 million gift. By tomorrow, January 26th, 2:59 p.m. UTC. So this version, what's the question on all your minds? When's it coming out? Here's when it's coming out. Version 2.14.510 releases January 27th. Oh my goodness, that is 2 days from now. That's the day after tomorrow. That's very soon. Get ready. Get your hearts prepared. Before we get into some more of what's coming down the road in the future, it's been a little while since we did a stream. We've had a few updates since the last time I streamed. Just want to talk a little bit, just do a quick review of some of the things that have come out recently. For those of you who are not up to date with like all the most recent content, just a quick review of the most recent Wanderer and the Vortex episodes. The first one here being the 7-Color Coalition, which takes place in the land of Ro, Ashihara. The 7-Color Coalition is set in the land of Ro, which is still alive and well. Despite the threat of land of Shin and Mi, people from various backgrounds such as demon, sorcerer, and puppet maker live together. However, despite the superficial harmony, a conspiracy is brewing behind the scenes. Look forward to the drama that will unfold when Aldo and Nona visit this place and encounter the young Tsukiha. Just a quick question out there. I want to quickly poll the crowd. How many of you have not started the 7-color coalition yet? Not started? Yeah, but a few of you in here, it looks like. Well, we'll get into, we're just going to do, kind of introduce this for you. We're not going to really give you any spoilers too much. There may be slight spoilers for the first 3 chapters of The Wanderer and the Vortex in a couple of slides. I will let you know, and that will last for about 10 seconds. But first, we have a comment from the scenario writer. Wanted to share some of the, since we didn't get to talk about it in a live stream, wanted to share some of the comments and art and things from these recent updates that came out since the last time we live streamed. So first, a comment from Hisashi Fujishiro, scenario writer of 7-Color Coalition, who says, "The land of Ro has been a mystery until now. Although bits and pieces of information have been revealed, the time has come for us to actually walk the land. As was the case with Kelkel in Chapter 3, there is a lot to think about when depicting a country, including its history. It was like collecting puzzle pieces and adding the missing parts by myself to complete a picture. It was fun, but it also took a lot of my brain. Please listen to the voices of each and every resident. Okawa, who is in charge of Tsukiha's extra style, entrusted me with the characters, and I did my best to write them. I would be happy if you would also want to become a citizen of this country." So, yeah, just like a dev who wants everyone to go and talk to every single NPC and make sure that none of their hard work they did in script writing goes unnoticed. In this, we met Noble Blossom Tsukiha, the princess of a certain country in the east. She loves her country and her people despite her upbringing. She could be shockingly impulsive. Her horns are small due to her age, but when she's excited or happy, they can grow larger. It seems she's been harboring an ambition of sorts while locked away in the castle. This is a parallel time layer ally, Noble Blossom Tsukiha. If you haven't started this already, just a quick note that requirements to start the 7-Color Coalition is to clear the main story, Chapter 55, that's Part 2, Volume 1, and to clear the Kingdom of Magic, Koklea, which will open after clearing Apocrypha Chapters 1 through 3, and the Apocrypha subquest, Faint Shades. Apocrypha Wanderer in the Vortex now is in Volume 2. I remember in the previous live streams, as we've been going over this, we talked so much about how parts 1 through 3 are kind of interchangeable. You can start each one. Now, once all of those kind of come together, you can get into Volume 2. A quick synopsis of that. The memories Nona has obtained from the recurrent spacetimes. A child given no words of love. A queen cut down by her doppelganger. A country dissolving into light. When these stories finally come together, the Wanderer in the Vortex will know her truth. So, this next slide has some slight spoilers for, not too many, but has a slight spoiler for chapters 1 through 3. If you don't want to see that, just minimize for about 10 seconds. Starting in 3 seconds, 3, 2, and then in the previous Apocrypha, we learned a lot about Nona's origin, of which only fragmentary clues have been shown so far. So be prepared to accept the truth together with Nona. Here we have some images from all 3. Also with 2.14.5, let me wait a little while for anybody who minimized for spoiler reasons to come back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back if you minimized for spoilers. At 2.14.5, Wanderer in the Vortex, Kingdom of Magic Koklea also released. If you clear the Kingdom of Magic Coclea, Nona will change to her 5-star class, Myosotis, from her 4-star class, Ariadne. And you may have experienced, or you may not yet, the opening song, who's named after the 5-star class, Myosotis. Vocals by Rei from Tsuyu, lyrics by Kanako Kotera, and music by Shigeki Hayashi of the Right Flyer Studios sound team. Just to get in the mood a little bit here, we have a little bit of a sample of this song. You may have heard it before, but for those of you who haven't been able to start it yet, you might not have heard it. Here's a little hype for that.
大丈夫って握る手と手僕らが今ここで出会いたい Me Speak with you 確かなものまっすぐなこの祈りを奇跡の果てまで
So that was just a little taste there. We have the song still playing under me. I believe I can't hear it myself, but I believe it's still playing under me. While we'll keep that song going for just a little while longer while I read this comment from Shigeki Hayashi, sound director and composer. Apocrypha Volume 2 has finally begun, and I wrote a new opening song for it. As the story is entering the second half, I created a ballad with a serious tone, as if it is getting close to the core of the story. Rei's crystal clear voice and Kanako Kotera's delicate and beautiful lyrics further enhanced the worldview of this song. The performance was again done by the concert members, and in addition to that, we recorded live strings as well. Thanks to everyone's efforts, we were able to create a truly gorgeous, dynamic, and wonderful piece of music. I hope you enjoy the song as well as the video at the beginning of the story. We also have created a new normal battle track for Volume 2. I hope you enjoy it as well. Now, let's get back to our regular music here as we move on to a review of Part 0 of the roadmap for the 4th anniversary. The Star Dream encounter and increased login bonus has been going on. The duration is until January 6th. So just a reminder, if any of you were planning on taking advantage of the Star Dream encounter and you haven't done that yet, you have until tomorrow to do that. That is going to be 2:59 UTC, January 26th. And then we have the Apocrypha Chapter 4, 7-Color Coalition, where we met the Parallel Time ally Noble Blossom Tsukiha. And in addition, if you clear the Kingdom of Magic Coclea, you can get 500 Chrono Stones. The achievement reward for starting Apocrypha Chapter 4 is also increased to 50 Chrono Stones. So that will last until February 10th. So if you have not started the 7-Color Coalition, now would be a great time to start both of those, to get going on the Kingdom of Coclea, 7-Color Coalition, get those extra rewards, and get through all of this content, because we do have some exciting things coming up, and this will be a good way to hold you over until those things. Let's talk a little bit more about the roadmap, shall we? As we said, we talked about Part 0. We talked a bit about Part 1. Now Part 2 and Part 3. We did promise we were going to give more details about what's coming in February. Parts 2 and Parts 3. I'm looking forward to your reaction here. I'm going to keep an eye on how fast chat moves in just a second here. From February, our 4th anniversary campaign, Part 2 in early February, is another style Flam Lapis. Getting another style Flam Lapis. And then we're going to do a meme contest, which yours truly has a little bit of, may or may not have a little bit of influence over who the winners are. So you can send me all your hate mail if you don't win. We'll give you more details about the meme contest on our social media. Then in late February, main story part 3. Now that is all good and well. It's all coming next month, but let's get back to this month because there's a lot still happening. Actually, before we get back to this month, I have a quote from the man himself, Mr. Masato Kato, scenario writer and director, who says, "Happy 4th anniversary of the global version. Thank you for always playing another Eden. We will finally be entering part 3 of the story, and the adventurous journey of Aldo and his friends around the Kronos family will finally reach its climax. So please look forward to it. Thank you for your continued support of another Eden." You know, it just the little JRPG boy who grew up on JRPGs just screams with joy that I get to convey a message from Masato Kato. Anyway, that out of the way. Like I said before, all of this stuff coming next month. I do want to make sure I note here. I see some people expressing some concern. There's no end coming here. As I said, it is a climax for this story, but another Eden will continue. So do not worry about that. But every story has a climax, and there are multiple stories, right? So anyway, like I said, this is what's happening next month. Let's go back into the now in this month, because a lot is happening this month. In fact, in the next couple of days, January 27th, in the here and now, get ready, because the global first character Iphi will appear. Gotta tell you again, I'm probably gonna attempt this character with more intensity than I have with many characters in the past. I don't usually like to say that, because I don't like to reveal my cards in how I play the game, or if I'm playing favorites with characters, but I can't help it. I just think this character is super, super cool. 3 times max fateful encounter, and then various encounters featuring global first characters like Iphi, Eva, and Melissa. So I personally got Melissa. I was able to get that, so I'm good there. But Eva's one that I've had some serious FOMO on since she was released, because I haven't been able to get her. And Iphi, yeah, it's good. It's a choice. It's going to be hard to choose. I think I'm going to try to go for Iphi at first, and if I can, I'll go for Eva. Then we've got 1,000 Chrono Stones in commemoration of the 4th anniversary. The Whisper of Time and Whisper of Time drop. Once again, be sure you log in daily in order to get there. And then today's item will be increased to 50 Chrono Stones. A treasure chest will and a treasure chest will give out key cards, and a bold pulse that chest will appear in the space-time rift. All right. So, as we said at the beginning of the stream, we've got a giveaway campaign. I told you we were giving away a calendar. I had to take a look. The Another Eden Desk Calendar for 2023. That's this year. 10 winners for each region. The calendar in these images here, you can see these are designed for Japan. The calendar is designed for other regions, maybe different. If you would like the opportunity, we're going to be posting a link in the chat very shortly. So make sure you follow the link and use the keyword vampire and fill out the Google form. Fill out the form at the link to enter in for a chance to win the calendar. And there it is. There is your link. So go ahead and fill out that form. And that does it. What do you think, guys? That does it for today's stream. How are we feeling? It's the 4th anniversary, and it really every time I do one of these, I think this is the 3rd. Did we do an anniversary stream for the 2nd anniversary? Did I do an anniversary stream for the 2nd anniversary? I'm having a hard time remembering now. This may be my 3rd one. But we've got, anytime I do one of these, it just makes me really excited, really grateful for the opportunity to be able to work on this project, to be a part of this team that has created such a great game, and I'm so excited about, and I'm just looking forward to the future and the 5th anniversary live stream next year, which, I mean, 5, that's a great number, right? I'm sure that's going to be great. Anyway, like I said, let's not go too far in the future. We're thinking about the here and now. Once again, the code, if you missed it, yeah, I see some people have missed the keyword here. I'll put the keyword back up on stream. 1 second here. There we go. The keyword is vampire, and we've got the link pinned in the chat, so please follow the link, fill out the form, use the keyword vampire if you want to enter in for a chance to win the desk. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I appreciate all of you for joining today. I appreciate all of you, again, for all of your support. Before you leave, one more time, a plea to, if you have any energy left over, I know many of you are probably exhausted by this point. I'm sure some people are shaking, maybe some of you need naps, but if you have any energy left, we'd really appreciate it if you clicked on the like button and also the subscribe button. Those things really help our videos, really helps to grow our community, our channel, get the word out more about Another Eden, the cat beyond time and space, and that's ultimately what I would love to do if I have the opportunity. So we appreciate your support there. One clarification here. I mentioned that this is the Japanese design, so this is how this will not look different. This calendar is designed for Japan. So if you win one of these, this is how it'll look. Sorry, I think I was maybe a little confused and I said it in a confusing way. So these are what you can win, but 10 winners for each region. All right. Once again, the keyword for that is vampire. And I'm going to not repeat all of the mushy things I just said. But I do want to thank you guys once again for joining the stream, for supporting Another Eden. Please like, subscribe, and doing all that stuff. And I look forward to seeing you next time on Another Eden Live. Bye.